What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Blancmange. And I've decided, given that the final tune on Mange Tout I had already reacted to as part of the Greatest Hits compilation, I've decided to go on to the next proper album. Now, once again, the expanded folder provided by Mr. Solo for Mange Tout included a number of different remixes and alternative versions of songs, so at some point I'll circle back and go through at least many of those. But yeah, I decided to go on with the proper catalog, and again, shout out to Mr. Solo, who's provided a couple more albums. The next one is 1985, Believe You Me, and the first two tracks on this album I've also reacted to as part of the Greatest Hits compilation. So the first song on this album that I've not yet heard is Paradise Is, which feels like a partial statement. It's a phrase begging for additional words and context. And in that regard, I suppose I could interpret it more narrowly as ontological, meaning the essence of being. Paradise is, it exists, it is substantial, there is being to that. Though, of course, what that might mean and how terrestrial or metaphysical you might go with it is still ambiguous or left to the hypothesis of the readers. So yeah, I'm not sure what to make of the title, but Paradise, it's utopian by nature. It is absolutist, and it suggests a realm of experience and sentiment that, at least for those of us who study history, I trained as a historian and an anthropologist, and in that regard, it is very much abstract. It is very much not reflective of the actual historical record or societal, cultural, and social norms, and thus I don't quite know what level this will operate on and what sentiment it will take. So let's see what it is in practice. This is Blancmange. The tune is Paradise Is, and it's from their 1985 album Believe You Me.
Then we see light of day. Thought I'd give it all away. Paradise is the hand in the store, promise at a price to educate more. Paradise is the hand in the store, slaps at a price will educate more. Smiling faces, the truth would never tell. I looked around, it wasn't planned. I looked around, I will expand. All the people in the rooms I've known so well. Smiling faces, the truth would never tell. A mask so thin, the world I don't believe would waste its time. A mask so thin, another world would never waste its time. A mask so thin, so fine, the boys would never waste their time conceiving, but they do. And oh so well. Paradise is the hand in the store, promise at a price to educate more. Paradise is the hand in the store, slapped at a price will educate more. Many people stood in a room that I'd known so well, chewing the drinks, drinking the room. my emotions, never oneself. Strange how it goes. The smile keeps the secrets in. Strange how we wear the grin. The smile keeps the secrets in. Strange how we wear the grin. The smile keeps the secrets in. Strange how we wear the grin. The smile keeps the secrets in. Strange how we wear the grin.
Very atmospheric tune. I like it has a mysterious sound, and I like the keyboard progressions. There's a couple keyboard lines that are, again, very melodic and compelling, but also have a bit of a ethereal or extra dimensional type of sound to them. And the rhythm, it's syncopated. It's not kicking and energetic, but it's not very deep and down tempo either. It has this very interesting cadence to it. There were one or two moments where the vocals like turned up a notch, and people will remember like some of the earlier songs like "Feel You," like the lead vocalist, whose name eludes me at this moment, I do apologize, but his ability to like suddenly ramp up the intensity of his vocals is something that has very much caught my ear on previous songs of theirs. And this one, it wasn't as notable or as pervasive, but there were a couple moments where he just turned it up a little bit, and like it really caught my ears and brain. And yeah, like I don't know what's happening lyrically. Oh, and one more note on the Sonics. I like there was an occasional little ride cymbal. Like it wasn't a big crash cymbal, it was like a ride cymbal, but it was singular. It was like every time it would turn over the measure, there was just a little ride cymbal that really caught my ear. And again, people who know this channel, people who know I'm a techno DJ, there's a lot of acid techno tunes where the ride cymbal comes in and it's like a really prominent feature. So over the years, my brain has been configured to hear that particular percussive element very notably, and it did here, even though it was very select and sparing, but it definitely, I think, really added to the rhythmic sequence of the track. But yeah, so the line, it's like, what is it? The paradise is the hand in the store. At first I thought he said storm. I was like, no, he's saying store, right? And then something, I think a verb, like a price, and to educate more or something like that. So it's like, because at first I thought it was like slapped a price on it. It's like, okay, so then we're saying like paradise, it's now a commodity. It's something to be sold and something that people can buy for a certain quantitative value, which, feels like that could be a profound point. But then I wasn't sure, it's like, it's not slapped, like what is that? And then, to educate more, I'm not sure, then it would be making the same point about, consumerism or like selling a fantasy or a utopian vision that is not actually what's happening in practice. So then that second line, it made me unsure about, what the meaning was. So yeah, thematically, I don't quite know what's happening here, but it certainly, is making statements about what paradise is. And again, if I'm hearing store right, then on some level it's about, quantification of value, the like consuming or being sold on a particular vision of paradise, whatever that might be. So again, I encourage or welcome all insights and understandings people may have about that, but I really like the track. It was, again, very atmospheric and a mysterious and sort of, extra dimensional or extraterrestrial, perhaps even better manner. And again, there's a couple moments where vocally I can feel like the fire is just right on the edge, even if it wasn't as big as in some of their other tunes. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this record, though again, it seems like with Mange Tout, there's going to be at least a few songs that I did react to when I went through the greatest hits compilation. So looking forward to the ones that will be new to me, and again, we can go back to Mange Tout and go through some of those additional mixes and remixes at some point, but I really felt like going on to the next album proper. Once again, big shout out to Mr. Solo for providing this material. Let me know what you think, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.